Hey guys, Halos here, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to W key and play more confidently in Arena so that you can actually hit champions faster and, become more of an aggressive player. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, and yeah, let's get started. Okay, so first of all, we're going to start off with how to play confidently when W keying people. And then later in the video, I'm going to show you guys exactly what I do in a fight to win against players that are better than me, how to keep my cool, and just make sure that I'm absolutely W keying and overall winning more fights than I'm losing. But for now, I'm going to show you how to actually be confident first and best ways to practice getting confidence. So confidence is absolutely key when it comes to playing Arena. And if you don't have a lot of confidence, then it'll be really, really hard to win a lot of fights because you're just going to be panicking and it's just going to be an absolute mess. And the best way to actually gain more confidence in Arena is actually to get in more fights and to get absolutely beaten up in fights more. And the reason behind this is the more times you lose at something, the better you'll get at it. Of course, if you're learning from your mistakes in the past, the more times you die in Fortnite, the better you're gonna get because, you realize what you did wrong there. You realize the opponent made a better play. And I get this question a lot on my streams, like, how do you gain more confidence, Halo? Why are you so confident when W keying people? And the reason behind that is because I have been absolutely clapped, clipped, and just absolutely boxed like a fish so many times before. And the more amount of times that you die and the more amount of fights that you get in, the more confident you're going to be. If you're just sitting in the sand all game trying to get top 25 placement, you're not going to ever become more confident of a fighter because you're not actually getting in the fights more often. And this was the best way that I actually cured my kind of scaredness for getting in fights and not really playing confidently, was by doing this last season. So last season I got around 40,000 Arena points. And I literally just spent 6 to 8 hours a day playing Arena, which I was not comfortable at all playing Arena last season. I absolutely was so weirded out by it because I used to only stream pubs. And so once I started playing Arena, I got really used to it. I got really used to W keying people and just playing confidently because of the amount of times I died in the beginning. And so if you're trying to get really, really confident really quickly without actually losing any Arena points, I would recommend doing both Zone Wars and doing realistics. Realistics and Zone Wars are the best way to get in non-stop fights, and this will help you grow as a player and really just learn all of the tricks that there is when it comes to fighting another person. So now I'm going to show you guys exactly how to get the best practice when it comes to Zone Wars, box fighting, or realistics. So right now I'm in this kind of hub. I don't know what your hub looks like, but we're getting pretty close to Christmas, so we have this hub at the moment. What you want to do is you want to try to find the area where it says more practice maps, and you're going to have a bunch of practice maps to choose from. I would recommend doing either clix box fight or box fight and Zone War. Those two are really, really good. And then you can participate in the matchmaking, get some good practice. There's also Zone Wars where you can just get really, really good at W keying people. And then for realistics, this is actually a great way of becoming a better player. I can show the code up on screen. This is the realistic map that I like to use. And realistics is a great way to become a better player because you are literally 1v1ing someone else with realistic inventories, realistic situations, realistic everything. So it's really good because everything is so close to how it would be in Arena. So what I would recommend doing, just head in here and go over to the right. Then you can find matchmaking realistic. And through here, you can enter into matchmaking and actually fight real people. And the player skill levels will vary, but a lot of these players are really, really cracked out of their mind, and you will get fantastic practice with fighting and just playing more confidently. Okay, now guys, I'm going to show you my gameplay and my thought process while W keying people and just kind of holding my confidence. Okay, and then continuing on with the fight, we go on to round 8 here. And I ended up actually dying to him in this round, and I died because I hit him with a 30 damage blue tack shot, and he ended up AR spraying me, and I died. This actually got me quite tilted because I got annoyed. Tacks hitting low damage is frustrating. And since I got really annoyed, I ended up losing a few rounds after this, just because when you are actually mad, you'll play worse. And if you guys want me to make a video on how not to rage, collect yourself, and just come back with a victory royale, then I can definitely make a video on that. And in this fight, I ended up playing a lot better because I collected my cool. I saw that this guy was going for constant pieces on me, so I ended up blocking myself and holding my walls longer than I normally would, just because I knew he was going to go for pieces. So I went for lots of jump shots, lots of pre-fires. He ended up hitting me here, which isn't really the best, but it didn't really do too much damage, so that was kind of good. I decided to reset the fight a little bit, get that health back, and then I ended up actually getting a clean window edit into a box here. He could not see me, but I could see him. I had the right-hand peek, and I ended up getting that on him. And then I went for a shot reset immediately after it got 80 damage. And then he ended up going through the boxes, which was a great play on his end. Except for he hit me very little, which made it kind of yikes. I hit him 40, and then I hit him 28 headshot. Okay, and then in this round, I was covering my angles so much. Since we were on round 11, I got really used to his play style and how he went for piece control. So I just kind of like camped on the high ground, went for those like little pre-fires there. And I kept pre-firing him over and over and over again, getting his health lower and lower. And by taking those little chips of damage, when we actually got into a real box fight and got in each other's boxes, I ended up winning because I got those damages ahead of him. So I ended up just holding my high ground, hitting him in these little angles, and just playing it really safe here. Got another shot right there. That was a good play on my end. Then I went on his wall. He hit me there. Not very much, though. I predicted that pre-edit there. He went out the side, placed a wall to make sure that he didn't hit me. And then I realized he was doing a 2-wall strategy here. So I had to be really careful on what I was doing, because otherwise he was going to end up getting like a nice angle on me, getting right-hand peek and boxing me. So I was just going back and forth between up and down, trying to get a shot on him, trying to see what he's going for. And then there I was able to get a nasty shot by timing it. Okay, and then this clip, I got boxed so hard. And I just want to show you guys exactly what I do when I get boxed by opponent and absolutely just beaten up. So I'm fighting him right now. I have the high ground. Always make sure you have high grounds in fights. It's awesome. I ended up pickaxing while I was falling down, which is a great strategy to do. Before you get on the wall, pickaxe while you're falling. That way you get a single pickaxe on it, and then you can do the second pickaxe when the enemy can see you. I ended up hitting him 48 here. I didn't place a wall, which was a bad play on my end. I should have hit him and then placed a wall. But I ended up going on his box, caught myself here, and check out this move that he did. It was super clean. His piece control is absolutely insane. So he went around. He almost got a mongraal course on me. He ended up placing a cone there, full boxing me with 2 cones above and the wall. And then I ended up hitting my shot, and he panicked. So even though he boxed me, by me hitting my shot, he had to back off. Okay, and then at this point in the fight, this was round 15 of 15. I was building up on him. I had a pretty nice free build here. I choked a little bit. When you're doing build fights, make sure you're doing high walls. This means you're placing a wall way above you, as far as you can place it, so that the enemy doesn't end up getting a nice shot on you. So I ended up going left here. This was not really a good play. I missed my shot, which sucks. And then I went for a wall place, didn't get it in time. I did a high wall here. This is a good example of a high wall, which gave me piece control. But he ended up establishing the piece control before I could. Got a full box on me, but since I was ready with the shot, I ended up hitting 84, absolutely lasering him. I went for the wall, didn't take it because, you know, he's low ping. I mean, I have 6 ping right here, and he still got the wall, so that just shows you how good his ping is. And then I ended up coming up on him. I knew he was low. He ended up hitting me really hard. That was a really good shot. You want to make sure you're going for those shots when you are lower on HP, because if you get one of those, it usually makes the opponent back off. But I'm a brain dead W keyer, so I just kept keying. I popped a quick fish and just got on his wall. I got the wall replacement. I went for an edit, tried to go for a mongraal, but he got the stare. And then he ended up full boxing me here. I missed my shot. I was absolutely panicking at this point because this was round 15 out of 15. I really wanted to make sure I won it. He went for a full box there. I ended up jumping it, so I got out. And at this point, I wanted to reset the fight. I was low, he was low, and he was absolutely just destroying me. I didn't really have much mats, so I needed to make sure that I got my heals. Full reset the fight, make sure my guns were reloaded. It's always good to do these. When you full reset fights, it's actually a lot better than continuing to go, because, you know, at that point, this can be a 50-50. I had my shotgun fully reloaded, and I went for an insane piece control play here. So I went out to the side while he was in the middle of a pickaxe, and I took the wall. I went for an edit, and then I coned him. I missed the edit the first time, which made this a little bit of a worse play, especially with a left-hand peek. This would have worked normally, but, you know, I missed the edit, of course. But it was a nice play. I ended up resetting it before he got the shot off, which was lovely. But I would have been able to get a full box if I didn't choke the edit. I got a little 99 damage shot in there, put the wall back. I went for a little bit of a piece control play here. I actually coned him in time, missed my shot again, because, you know, lovely aim. And at this point, he was doing the double wall strat. I pre-fired him 66 damage for the final kill to get the dub. But in general, though, when you are fighting players that are better than you, you want to make sure you're constantly going for pre-fires, and making sure that you are just trying to hit your shots. Because if you hit the shots, you're going to get the kill. Piece control is worthless if you're not actually hitting the opponent afterwards. So just keep that in mind. If they full box you, don't panic. Just keep your confidence, match their aggression, get the dub. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, make sure to hit that like and sub button if you have not already. Anyway, love you guys so very much, and I will see you all later.